Oh my, the shop is busy today.
I completely agree.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Watson. You sure do have a full store today.
So I do, Mrs. Edwards. I believe it is because Mr. Lincoln celebrated his election here at Watson's Saloon.
Ma'am, shall I get you a table?
Not yet, Pamela. I've invited some acquaintances over for lunch, but they have not arrived yet. They all wanted to come here. Your shop is very popular.
Why, thank you. That means a lot.
How many ladies are you expecting?
Well, I invited two of my closest acquaintances, Idella Wider and Mrs. Tinsley.
Shall I get a table for 3 then?
How about a table for 4? It is possible one more friend may join us.
A table for 4 it is. Your table will be right over here. Please browse around the shop while I get your table ready.
Thank you. Oh, hello, Mrs. Tinsley, and of course, Mrs. Wider. How are you ladies doing today?
Fine, thank you.
Yes. While are you Miss Edwards' friends?
Yes.
While Pamela is preparing your table, would you ladies like to view some of our desserts? Right here we have some butterscotch, and right here we have some biscuits. Over here we have many other types of candy like ginger drops, lemon drops, molasses candy, and peppermint sticks, and we also have vanilla ice cream, macaroons, and in honor of Mr. Lincoln, we have Mary's White Cake today.
Fascinating. I never actually realized how many sweet treats Watson's offers for sale.
Our selection changes every week. We also have many warm beverages such as coffee, tea, and drinking chocolate. I will be sure to get you a menu of our many different beverages.
Thank you. I must remember to stop by with my children. I'm sure they would love it.
Ma'am, your table is ready.
Why, thank you for the table, miss.
Well, this is it, Mr. Ray, Watson's Saloon Confectioner. The best place to have a warm drink and some refreshing food on this cold, chilly day.
Hello, Henry. Just finished some railroad work, I see.
Yes, and good day to you too, Mrs. Watson. Here's your delivery. I believe you ordered 10 pounds of ginger root.
Thank you. This will come in very handy.
And guess who I found along the way? Mr. Ray over here asked me to sign the state capitol.
Interesting. How interesting. Nice to meet you, Mr. Ragg.
He also recommended that Mr. Lincoln should wear gloves to dinner parties. Lo and behold, Mr. Lincoln started wearing gloves on formal occasions.
Nice to meet you too. You have one mighty fine saloon here, Miss Watson.
Why, yes, indeed. I believe it is because Mr. Lincoln chose this very saloon for his election party. My, how everyone celebrated that night.
Amazing. I did not know that Mr. Lincoln imbibed spirits.
You're right. He does not drink any alcohol. But here in the Watson Saloon and Confectioner, we do not actually sell any alcohol.
So what do you actually sell here?
We can serve you a hearty meal while selling you many other delicious confections. Here, I will be sure to get you a menu for today.
So Henry, what do you do at the train station?
Well, I'm a train engineer. I helped bring the first railroad to Springfield in 1842. Now I work with the other train masters to make a better train. We also repair the engines if they are broken and fix the trains if they're scratched. We bring in the goods from the trains to the stores.
You are right. I remember when the first train came, everyone went down to see it. But I've not been to Springfield in a very long time. I've forgotten a lot of the history. Was there ever an attempt to make Springfield an important city for trade?
Yes, there was. When the officials heard that Sangamon County was going to be the state capital of Illinois, they tried to make Sangamon County a more bustling trade center by using boats. The first attempt was the Talisman. It worked fine until the return trip when it got stranded because the tide was lowering. The second attempt was the railroad. As you know, that was successful. I think it is amazing the way these trains are made.
You are right. We have good trains, but it's very expensive to travel by train.
That is true, but they are more efficient than other transportation because they can go up to 20 miles an hour. They transport both goods and people. Why, you can travel from New York to Chicago in only 3 days by train. It used to take 3 weeks by stagecoach. How terrible of me. I must be boring you to death. My wife tells me I'm probably the only one in the world who loves trains so much. Please, tell me something about yourself.
Well, as you probably know, brickmaking is one of Springfield's most important industries. So that's what really got me started on construction. But later, I decided that I was more interested in being an architect. My main style has been Greek Revival homes, and apart from designing the old state capitol, I also drew up plans for the well-known Tinsley Building, Iowa State Capitol, and the University of Wisconsin.
Why did you move to Springfield?
Well, my wife and I moved to Springfield because I was asked to build the state capitol. I won the competition for the best award back in 1837.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Egg. Let us stand together. Miss Miller, could you show us to the table, please?
Nice to see you, Mrs. Tinsley. How are you doing?
Quite well. Seth is as busy as usual, and the whole family has to pitch in and help. But, oh, how I wish Seth had not sold the Tinsley building. Ever since Mr. Lincoln has been elected, people keep stopping in to see where he practiced law. But Elizabeth, your sister's husband has just been elected as the President of the United States. You must be very excited. Are you going to move into the White House?
Why, thank you for asking. Ninian and I still haven't made up our minds. Since Ninian is a lawyer, it'll be hard for him to continue his work if he lives in Washington. As you may already know, Ninian is a member of the Long Nine, a group of lawyers that helped move the state capitol from Vandalia to Springfield.
And it is common knowledge that Mr. Edwards supported Stephen Douglas over Mr. Lincoln. You and Mrs. Lincoln must be very close. After all, she and Mr. Lincoln were married in your parlor.
Honestly, Mary and I often have differences of opinion. And you know our daughter Julia is often unwell, so we have a lot of things to consider. But the whole family is going to go to Washington for Mr. Lincoln's inauguration, but we will all probably return home afterward.
Here are your cookies, ladies.
Thank you.
Please come and join us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Idella. It's nice to take a break.
Do you know where President Lincoln got Mary's wedding ring?
Yes, I heard he got it from G.W. Chatterton's on the north side of the square.
What a fine place that is. My husband purchased a watch from Chatterton's.
Mary showed me the ring. It is very beautiful and is engraved with the words, "Love is eternal."
What a beautiful tribute.
How lovely. Is that not the sweetest thing?
But on a more unfortunate note, do you remember the big 1858 fire?
How could we not? It destroyed almost all of the east side of the public square.
Yes, and now the rebuilding is halfway done. One of my husband's friends told me that most of these buildings are now 3 to 4 stories tall. Amazing.
I heard one of these new buildings is going to be called Cook's Hall. It's supposed to be a ballroom.
I will look forward to attending dances there.
But have you ladies heard about Benjamin Pyatt, the tobacconist? I guess one day he forgot to extinguish one of his cigarette flames. Poor fellow burned down his entire shop.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
My goodness, that is horrible.
Yes, it is horrible, but it is a constant worry for all of the merchants on the public square, since all of the buildings are wooden structures.
So true. Now ladies, what shall we have to eat today?
Hello, ma'am. How may I help?
Hello, miss. My name is Margaret Pyrope, and I'm looking for a few certain things. Would you happen to have any ginger root? That's the first thing I need.
Of course, just delivered as well. I hope it comes to use.
Ah, thank you. Would you mind directing me?
Of course.
Perfect. Exactly what I'm looking for.
Is there anything else I can help?
Ah, yes. Would you happen to have any sarsaparilla or poppy flowers? Those are especially needed. Yes. These look lovely.
Will that be all?
Yes, for now. I'll come back later when the doctor needs more medicines to help the patients.
So you're a nurse?
Yes, I am.
Well, in that case, I have been having a pain in my ankle for quite a while now.
Have you tried resting it and putting some liniment on it?
No, I have not. Thank you for the very helpful advice. You just saved me a trip to the doctor's.
Why, you are quite welcome. And how much will my arms be?
$3.
Gladly. You know, I do not need to go back to the office for a little while, so I believe I'll browse your shop. Your treats do look quite delicious.
Well, in that case, may I suggest the ginger cookies? They are quite scrumptious.
Well, yes, I will take the cookies into consideration.
My name is Maggie Whitworth, and I played Idella Wider, a townsperson and housewife.
My name is Mia Heinzel, and I played Hannah Tinsley, the wife of Seth Tinsley, a store owner.
My name is Audrey Delcomen, and I played Sarah E. Watson, the wife of the store owner William E. Watson.
Hi, my name is Simwith, and I played Elizabeth Edwards, the sister of Mary Lincoln and the wife of Ninian Edwards.
Hello, my name is Sophie Stratt, and I played a assistant to Mrs. Watson.
Hello, my name is Mia Moore, and I played Margaret Pyrope, a nurse.
My name is Kendrick, and I played John F. Ray, designer and contractor of the Old State Capitol building.
Hello, my name is Rowan, and I play George Gregory, train engineer.